Hey guys, it's the accountant going over accruals. In this situation, I'm going to go over the scenario of credit card expenses and accruing them at the end of the month. So in this situation, you have credit card expenses that are not yet paid, and they will, usually in the last week, they will pay out the first week of the next month. So let's imagine that we are in March and we have an expense. We're going to accrue for expenses at $100, and that's going to go to the credit's going to go to some liability. Usually in this situation, it's some sort of AP account for the same 100. So we're accruing for our expenses not yet paid that we expect to pay out in the next month. So on April 1st, we're going to reverse this entry out with a debit to liability and a credit to the expense of the same amount. So when we go over to our T accounts in March, we have a debit of 100 and a credit to the liability account of 100. Come April 1st, it's going to reverse out with a debit to our liability and a credit to our expense. As you can see, it nets out to 0. But in the next month, we are going to pay these credit card expenses. So when we pay them, the first week usually for the last weeks of March's credit card expenses, we're going to pay them out the first week of April. So now we're in April. The books are closed. We've moved on, and we're going to pay these guys. So we pay them by debiting our expense again and crediting cash this time. So when we go over to our T account, still in April, we're going to debit our expense and credit cash for $100. So from this, you can see that these two guys cancel each other out and these two guys cancel each other out. And accruals mainly follow the matching principle more than anything else. And we want to match our expenses, this $100 expense, in the month it was incurred. And it doesn't really matter too much when we pay these expenses, as long as it hits in the right period. That's the matching principle. Okay, and so now in the end result, although it's from March, we're stuck with a debit to expense and a credit to cash. Although the expense was in March and we paid it out in April, our profit and loss statement will still show that expense in March. Thank you guys. Please write your suggestions in the comments below, and take care.